evening, everyone. And how are you doing? Oh, it's acting up here. The thing's freezing on me. Oh, man. Let's try this. See if I can get this to work. Unfreeze it. Nope. Still unfreezing it. It's frozen. There it goes. Finally got it going.
You can pull the link. You can pull the link down so we don't have any.
No. I'm gonna have fun if anybody anybody that I don't know for sure, 100% using proper names comes in. I'm gonna have fun with them. But everybody, it's time for Monday Night Homestead, and tonight's topic is
leave them in the basement. Don't bring them up.
Must have, quote, must have tools for wood making, and it's going to be a lot more than that. We're going to have fun with this one and come down here. Mark, it took me about 30 minutes to get in there. Cut 15 seconds out. Wouldn't let me cut 5 seconds out. Cut 15 seconds out, and then finish editing it and loading it up, and it went public again.
Okay.
But it's easy. It's really easy to take a little snippet out.
That's time you'll never get back.
That's okay. I had the grandkids here running around screaming with their heads off. I go, leave Grandpa alone for a minute. Okay, and they saw me here working, so they left me alone.
Okay.
All right. And we got, let me go ahead and do this right. There we go. Okay, so first one in tonight. Get over here on the right page here. There we go. And it's jumping around here. All right, first one in was Walt Rogers, then Kaylin Strain, then Angel's Homestead. And she says, hi, everybody from freezing Oklahoma. So I sent her some fire and hot chocolate and with marshmallows. Look in the chat, you'll see the emojis there. Uncle Richard's here, Diana's here. Oh, -5 at 7 p.m. Yeah, I know how you feel. On this channel, in the shorts, back about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. I have one after I was using my my infrared thermal thing. I was doing tests inside, went outside, did test outside, aimed it at the trash can, which was sitting away from the side of the house, -27. Yeah. And that was for about a week. I was going to think, okay, we're at -23, 27, minus this, minus that. He's like, crap. And that was Fahrenheit, not just showing that. Yeah. It's interesting when I use the channel emojis. This is what it shows on YouTube. It shows the channel emojis.
Right,
Here it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Got up to -3 today. Yeah. Eli was over here earlier, and all of a sudden he's really into that, what is it? Stop motion claymation or whatever, Caroline, the movie.
Yeah. Photography, yeah.
Yeah. And so he's been watching it. He got, they were at Dollar Tree today, and he saw a Caroline poster. Dollar Tree, dollar. Okay, here you go. He suddenly started out here after playing here for a couple hours. Was like, Caroline, hot chocolate sad. And I go, what? And I texted his mom. I have no idea what that means. He's been saying it over here. All of a sudden he starts picking up all the toys and he goes, go home. And he makes a beeline for the door. So I'm chasing after him barefoot because I, just kicking back and relaxing today, doing stuff in here. And he goes out the door, he gets his shoes on, goes out the door. So I follow him out there, my bare feet on the concrete. And so I watch as he goes across the street, and then he goes in the house, And why he's going, I'm texting Chris, what's going on? And she goes, yeah, I still don't know what that means. I get back in, it's like, I get back in here to the desk, and there's underneath the computer desk here is the floor vent for the furnace. And I took it off because it was really restricting the flow. I took it off, and all of a sudden it's just blowing hot air out of here. So I've had it off since I've had the furnace going a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So I just put my feet over there. It's like, warm feet. Okay, all of their schools were closed today. Today it was Friday, so we don't have school on Friday here. They have schools on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they're going for the bare minimum hours for it. And so they don't have schools on Fridays, and they're teaching just the essentials, not the fluff, poo. We got to cry about these poor people classes. And, so, yeah, they're doing just the minimum. They don't need to do a bunch of crap. So,
hey, I'm going to mute out for a few minutes. I got to change my propane tank in the shop here. It just went out. I'm like, damn it, it's cold. That's all right. It's right outside the door. I just got to go inside, grab my pliers. I'll be back on probably 4 or 5 minutes.
Hey. Yeah. So let's go over here. Let me going to cover some woodworking tools and stuff, but it's I know I said top 5, but those top 5 are probably going to be the ones you can use for any of the subsets. So I'm going to be going over here. Okay, ours had half day shut down except for a thunderstorm game. We're supposed to get 12 inches of snow. Oh, interesting thing, Angels. In Oklahoma as well, near Guthrie, is Arms Family Homestead. They haven't put out I haven't seen a video from them for a couple days now. Not sure. I know they were harvesting pecans and doing the pecan harvest and showing the wild pigs on the other side of the fence. Looking at all the pecan trees, any pecans falling on the ground and stuff. So not sure. All right, let's go over here. Boom. All right, so I picked this one up. This was going to be the first one behind the thumbnail, but I'll just use that, and I put someone actually working there. This is what I would think of back 20 years ago for woodworking tools. Because I had the back saw or the miter saw up here on the left. I have a hand saw that is mostly it's both a rips. I have a rip saw and I got a crosscut saw. I got a couple of metal planes that are one. It's a palm plane, so it's really short. It's for small working. And Moon Over Miami's in here. Oh, I ran here. Yeah. I got out my Harbor Freight brass and stuff to show you guys. Yes, I do have some, and I use them. And I got levels up the wazoo. I got a couple miter boxes. I got a couple wood miter boxes from my dad. I got a plastic one of mine. Got the tri-square with the wood on it from my dad. The plastic one with plastic on it that I got. And then I have the multiple adjustable metal square as well. I got plenty of chisels, and besides chisels, I got something I got for scout camp. Hang on, let me make me big on this one. Nope, there we go.
Oh, there you go, little wood carving chisels.
Yeah, little wood carving chisels, and this is the third set I got. And the other two sets, or the remains of the other two sets, were passed on to my replacement Scoutmaster for when they go to scout camp. Because hey, guess what? One of the merit badges all the boys want to get:
wood carving.
Wood carving.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be able to do that with your little pocket knife and not fold it
Oh
up
no,
on your finger.
they have sets like this, or more expensive sets there at the station, for them to use, but they got to sign them out and turn them back in.
Right.
So I got these for them to work on when they come back to, if they don't finish the project there and they come back for lunch, they can, while they're eating, they can whittle away on it. And yeah, just about all of them are doing more intricate carvings and stuff on doing other stuff. Really cool. All right.
The number one thing Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts all want to make when they first start doing it is a spear.
No, actually, the number one thing there at Wolfboro that most of them wanted to make was, instead of the having that cheap tin
neckerchief slide.
Neckerchief slide, was to carve one.
Oh yeah.
And they had some that were pieces of wood that they had drilled the hole out of for them, but then they could carve whatever they wanted else. Oh yeah, they were always carving that stuff. I got regular chisels, I got claw hammers, I got screwdrivers, I got a brace and bits, or the hand auger. We used to call them the hand auger drill.
Yep.
Punches and all the other awls and all the other fun stuff.
Oh crap! I'll be back again. The dog's going crazy.
Probably chasing that trash panda out there. All right. So there are all sorts of tools. Now, let me go back one here. So this one said metal smooth plane. Well, here are wooden block planes. And they got wooden mallets down in the bottom right. And they got all sorts of chisels and gouges and all sorts of screwdrivers and all sorts of files up there. And then they got the hacksaws with wood blades on them. But I don't see any coping saws. We'll see coping saws later. Some people, what they want to do for woodworking, they need a little lathe, and then they need the gouges for the lathe, and then the sandpaper blocks and stuff. That's one thing people can do that are really cool. Did I say hi to Aiden there? Hi, Aiden there. Yeah.
You're pretty much showing everything I have in my wood shop.
Yeah. Oh, wait till I get going here.
I'm not showing you what I got in my wood shop, but I'll just say yes to all.
So, when I was a little kid, now it's a little kid. Back when I was younger. So this was when I was about 14, 11.
1411? I thought it was like 1492.
No, I'm just thinking of the age. Okay, so actually, when we set up the haunted house, I was the first haunted house we did. My brother and I did. I was 11. He was 9. So it was probably that Christmas after that. So it's still probably 11. I got for Christmas. I got a not quite as nice as this, a little cheap one that had a little scroll saw on the end, and
the woodsmith type thing, smithy.
Yeah, little one, and I had that for years until somebody who shall remain nameless was moving crap around in the barn at my parents' place and knocked over a ladder and landed right on it and bent the crap out of it. Oh well. Routers. Yep. I've done router work, not for a table like this, but with a jig and stuff for making the Brio wooden train tracks for my kids. And now I got everything here. Found all the pieces when I moved the last batch up here, the last time I came up here, and I'm going to put it together out here. And so I can start making fancy wood track for them in different sizes.
There you go. I got a Rockler router in the table, and I make fixtures and jigs for it. I take 1-inch thick pieces of cherry, and I make a fixture that I put it over it, and I can move it around, and I carve out the inside of the wood and make jewelry boxes out of it.
Cool. I think this spring, sometime early summer, I'm going to get with Curtis across the street because I got several 18 and up to 24-inch pieces of cottonwood that came off the trees, and go over there and borrow his
Wood miser.
His what it says, maybe it is a wood miser, I'm not sure, but yeah,
Sawmill.
a bandsaw sawmill.
Yep.
And cut me some 1-inch stuff and some and then I'll come back here, or I'll actually cut 1.25 inch and some 3/4 stuff, bring it back over here and get a little plane to run it through and make it all nice and smooth. I can do woodworking projects on it.
You don't have big yellow? Even I got big yellow.
No.
The big 4-corner, 4-post DeWalt thickness planer?
Nope.
That thing is
not yet. It's on my wish list.
Yeah, and I got two of them actually. I got the big one, and I got the dual speed. My wife got me that a long time ago, and then I got the single DeWalt that my dad had, and I'm probably never going to need it, but come and get it. I'll sell it to you cheap.
Well, if I make a trip, if Chris decides that we are going to go back to the summit, the food summit in June, I may we may take the truck and come on back and get that.
Well, you don't have to come back at that point. If I go out there, I'll just bring it with me.
Yeah, but I mean, you bring the truck instead of one of the cars.
Oh yeah, that's not that big.
Yeah. But here's a jig for making drawers and cabinets and stuff like that, for making the dovetails. This is they have some really nice jigs and stuff to make woodworking easy and fun. And again, I said they had a joiner in the shop too. Yeah.
Yep, I got a joiner. I'm looking at my joiner.
You know,
my radial arm saw. I got 2 drill presses within arm's reach of me, plus my 10-inch Craftsman table saw. It's a small shop. Everything's here. Yeah, when I was in junior high in California, that would be 7th, 8th, and 9th grades. They had wood shop there, and I had wood shop. I took it 2 years just for fun. And we did planer and the joiner and all those stuff. I made chest boards and cool stuff like that. Okay, what do you want to make? I started out with cabinets. Some people like to make chairs. Some people like to make rocking chairs. They just like to make rocking chairs and then sell them. Others like to make different bowls. Others like to do carvings, birdhouses. Some people like to do cooking utensils. And then some people like to do buildings. Hey,
hold that thought on the buildings.
Did I friend you on Facebook?
I'm not sure. But I got 2 Facebook pages. I got Gil Patton with me sitting there in my DHS.
I think I friended your Camppatton family. I don't know which one I did.
Yeah.
But if you're friends with me, go to my page and go to my pictures, and you're going to go back in time and go, holy hell, I made dining room tables, bookshelves, you name it, I've made it. And, it's like I'm one of those, I make it once, all right, I'm good. I'm moving on to something else. Let me make something else because I'm bored. I want something else.
So there, I'm trying to remember what channel, one of the channels here that comes in occasionally and stuff. She does like little birdhouses, carvings, little flower carvings to put on things out in the garden with little pinwheels going on them and stuff like that. But so I found this page and I just copied everything off the page and posted it here. I know it's going to be small for any of you on a phone or a tablet. It's going to be hard. If you have a TV, you can broadcast this too. You may want to go back, but so basically hand tools, measuring and layout, measuring tape. I'm going to add to that measuring tape a 4-foot, like a straight edge that's marked down for inches and stuff. Because I got one of those. Bench rule, bench knife, scratching all framing square. Yeah, I got framing squares. The 18 by 24 inch framing square. I got a bunch of other types of smaller framing squares. I've got a 4-foot framing square, combination square, yeah, tri-square. That's the little one. Combination square is the one that you can adjust and make and do it, or you can take that off. You can put another thing on, another angle thing on it, 45-degree angles on it. Really, and you got the one that has the compass built into, so you can set your degrees off of the line. So, sliding bevel T, compass, terminal points. The compasses and stuff where you want to make the lines to make a cut, make a hole. If you're not, even if you're going to use a plunge router and then follow it around. Protractors, calipers. You got clamping tools, a bar clamp, a C clamp, hand screw, Jorgensen clamp. That's the two pieces of wood that clamp together. It's got the two handles on it. You got spring clamps. They did not have a vice clamp. I added vice clamp on here. They didn't have vice clamps. One of the first clamps we had was using the vice clamp, wood vice clamp on the side of the table. Cutting and sharpening tools, saws, handsaw. Well, handsaw and crosscut saw. They're both handsaw. One's a rip saw. One's as a crosscut. The back saw, dovetail saw, pole saw, coping saw. Yes, I made a lot of fun stuff in a coping saw. And I'm just going to say right now, the power version of a coping saw is a scroll saw. Wood chisels, wood file rasps. Yes, I got the wood file rasps right here.
But they're new in the package. Have you ever used them?
Let's see here. Has that ever been used?
Okay, you got sawdust.
Yeah. Let's look at the other side. I've cleaned the other sides out. That one that I just haven't cleaned off yet. Let's see. Planes, block plane, jack plane, bench plane, joiner. And then there's the power tools we'll get into later here. Spoke shave, glue scraper. Oh, I got several different glue scrapers. Putty knives, striking ones, claw hammers, ball peen hammers. That's usually done for metalworking, not woodworking, but I'll let them do it. Dead blow. I got those wooden mallets, rubber mallets. Yeah, I got those nail sets. Yeah, I got 3 different sets of nail sets because I keep losing them and then I'm finding them later after I buy a new one. The wife hates it when I do that. Drill sets, twist drills, and now with the drill sets, you have the ones that have the smooth shank, or you have the one with the hex shank on them, and you got the one with the locking hex shank on them too. Twist.
Do you have a mortising tool? To drill square holes?
No, I don't. I've looked at it several times, and it's like, okay.
I bought one it was an auction that had all kinds of tools and stuff. It was a big auction house, been there a lot. And I'm like, let me go see what they got. And I went in there, I'm like, oh, it's a small one. It's a Delta mortising tool, but it'll do a 1-inch. It's got all the bits for it. It'll do a 1-inch square hole. I was like, okay, I'll take it. Cause I was doing peg work and stuff, holding things together instead of screws and glue. So I was like, all right. I used it a couple times. It's still sitting there. I just don't have room to set it all up right now until I build my big garage. Then it's all coming out.
Yeah. I've looked at the mortising bits to go in a regular drill press. It has a little arm comes off it to hold the square parts square. But it's like it's like it was one time I was going to do it. Okay, I just drilled the hole, took it off to the side, mounted, put it in the bench vise. Took out my chisel and just tap, and made it square really quick.
Yep.
It wasn't a big deal.
No.
If I was doing a lot.
Yeah, if you're going to do a lot of stuff with it, you kind of want it. If
you're
doing
exactly.
One-off thing a couple times every 5 years. Yeah. Not worth it.
Okay. Drill bits twist, multi-spur bit, Forstner bits. I got several Forstner bits.
Yep.
Spade bits. Countersink. I got a bunch of countersink for both wood and metal. Hole saws, both. Yep. I got a bunch for wood and metal. Driver bits. Phillips, Torx, square, flat. They didn't have Allen on here. I added Allen to it because I have a boatload of Allen bits and wrenches too. All right, next one. Portable power tools. So this is electric. Circular saw, reciprocating saw, drill motor, your hand drill, rotary hand tools. Dremel is basically what they said there. Oscillating multi-tool. I changed it from what they had in there because what they had in there was like, huh? And I looked it up, and it says, and on YouTube, on Google and stuff, when I looked it up, it says oscillating. I go, oh, okay, I know what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah. The other word began with a V.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, some weird, it's like, huh? I've never heard that other before. Also, I've known oscillating from the time they, came out lately,
Yeah.
Routers, belt sanders, orbital sanders, oscillating sanders.
That's a random orbit sander. You have that palm sanders that are either square. Yeah. You have the ones that go around, and then you have the ones that they're 6-inch. They go around, but they don't go in a perfect circle. They vibrate in an orbital path. It's an orbital sander.
Yeah, you got all those. Then there's the planer sander, which I added in here. They didn't have it on the list. And a planer sander is long and skinny, and it vibrates. It goes like that. Then they listed. They didn't have the planer in here, which is the electric handheld regular planer, power planer. They did have biscuit joiner.
Yep.
Now
that's for when your biscuits are too small. You need to join two together and dip it in your tea.
Yep. And don't forget your crumpets to go with it.
And your crumpets.
Yeah. Okay. Now for the pneumatic, they had just two things on here. They had the nail brad gun and the pin nailer. They did not have the rotary hand tool, i.e. die grinders, which is basically like a Dremel, only heavy duty. But everything up here above, circular saw, reciprocating saws, drill motors, the die grinder, the oscillating tool, you'll route everything up here with the exception of the planer and the biscuit joiner. I have found where I could buy pneumatic versions of it.
Mm-hmm. You just have to have your air compressor going with a good air dryer filter on it so you're not blowing moisture onto your wood.
And you got to have an inline oiler for the ones that need an inline oiler on it.
Right.
And I found out for those inline oiler ones, you want to use something that's wood friendly.
Yeah, well, there is that. I don't use the only pneumatic tool I use is my nail gun.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nail guns. I got the die grinders. I got pneumatic drills. I got pneumatic impacts. I got Hey, I used to work on a fuel truck on heavy equipment, so I had a lot of impact. A lot of air tools on it because we didn't have power out there. Then we just had a big old compressor on the side of it.
Right.
Power equipment. This is stuff that's not portable. Table saw.
Well, everything's portable to a point.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't pick it up in your hand and do it.
Yeah.
Table saws. I got one out here.
Yep.
Panel saw. I don't.
Panel saws. So if anybody doesn't know what a panel saw is, if you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or the big wood stores and you go in the back where they have the paneling, they have this. It stands on its side, has like a saw mounted on a slide. That's if you're cutting lots and lots of sheets of plywood.
Yeah.
And you want to get them all the same size all the time. You can walk it in and just keep rip. That's great for that.
Yeah. And they like sometimes you buy a sheet of plywood, they'll say you get one free cut on it. So you can have them like cut it in half so you can stuff it in the car.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure if you need it at 41 inches, you gotta help them measure it because their little eyeball sight thing is plus or minus a quarter inch.
Yeah. But what's interesting too is that little saw that goes up and down on the thing turns sideways and the whole thing tracks. So you can take an 8 by 4 foot sheet of plywood and cut it into a 2 foot by 8 foot sheet of plywood.
Or whatever.
Yeah. All right. That's upcut saw is a contraption, and basically it rises, like instead of like a chop saw going down, it comes up, and it's in all the ones I could find pictures were kind of encased. So that's a more professional, like a cabinet shop might have that.
Yeah, I don't need one of those.
Yeah, me neither. Bandsaw and scroll saw. I bought those for the staff sergeant many years ago when she wanted to do wood crafting. And so, all right, sanding. We got disc sander, horizontal belt sander, vertical belt sanders not listed on here. I've got to add that to it.
That's what Uncle Richard needs a vertical belt sander for doing his making his knives and his handles.
Yeah. And there's the combination disc sander and vertical belt sander.
Yep, or horizontal. I have a small horizontal with a disc on it, and then I just have a big horizontal one. And you can stand these things. I mean, it's the old Craftsman ones. You can stand them up and put there's a bracket for it where you can use it up and down instead of laying flat.
Yeah. The some of them are really cool. For the horizontal with the disc on the side, you can set the degree. You can set the degree you want it to tilt at. You can go from vertical, horizontal, 45, whatever it, 22, and I've seen them with tables that would be great for this for knives, because you can set it to the bevel and you put the table in front of you, just go right up at the you do the one bevel and you change it a little bit more to the second bevel on the knife blade.
Yeah, you just need carbide special belts for it. You don't want to use a wood belt with metal. You won't last very long, but you can. I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it too. That's why I got a second one with the 1-inch wide vertical with a 6-inch disc on the side of it, and I put metal discs on it instead of for wood.
Yeah, instead of the wood. Yep.
All right. Spindle sanders. Spindle sanders. We didn't have them when I was in school, but
they had them when I was in school. I just never used it.
Yeah. The first time I saw it was on this old house, and basically it's like a table saw, only instead of a blade in there, it's a round sander, and it goes up and down, and so you can put different size on it. So for the type of depending on what the type of curve you want to sand on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edge sanders. Okay. Contouring machines, lathe, router table. I got a little router table. Shaper. I don't have a shaper yet. I want to get a lathe again.
My father had my grandfather's shaper, used it all the time. It was Craftsman, the old gray cast iron. And he had all the bits sharpened on it. Yeah. And then when he passed, so I'm like, okay, I'll take this home. But I had no room for it. And I had the router table. So I can do pretty much everything on the router table. So I called my cousin, who is the other grandson of the family. I'm like, and he was into woodworking. I told him I had it. I thought he was going to cry. I dropped it off at his house with the table and everything. He's like, this thing will never get put away. I'm like, okay. It was our grandfather's, so he remembers it. Yeah,
I like hearing stories like that. Kayla, drum sander, sort of like a spindle sander, only it's like I've seen them like set up like a joiner where you can run something across it. It's got a table sander on there. I've seen the drum sanders that are inflatable. Those are cool.
The ones where you put air in the drum to get the belt to get your sanding drum disc tight.
Yeah. So those are cool. And all right. So shaper. Okay. Drilling machines, drill press.
Mortise. Yeah.
Mortise. Yeah. Horizontal boring machine.
That's more of a machine shop.
Yeah, that's more of a lathe.
Yeah, that's more for working with metal, not for wood. But that and a line boring machine. Yeah, you're not line boring a piece of wood. You're line boring a barrel.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've seen. That's why I say you can do that on the lathe. You mount it solid, and you put a long drill bit in the lathe part, and you just put, like, if you need, like, making a hollow like a table leg, you want to run a lamp. That's it for a lamp. You want to run the cord up inside. You're making a wooden lamp. So, but you can do that on a lathe. CNC machines, which are the
computerized,
computerized. I have a disagree with a lot, but so you got wood burning ones, you got 2D and 3D routers. The milling can be a hand machine, like a drill press. Yeah. My dad had one. My brother took it, and his oldest son has it now.
What a regular!
I gotta find out if Jeffy too is using it or not.
A regular metal mill, like a bridge.
A machinist, a machinist milling. Yeah.
I don't think I could find a use for a metalworking machinist mill for wood. I mean,
my dad had wood.
But, wood will.
My dad was
track. So,
my dad was a machinist, and I got all his other machine tools. Cat is 4 big cabinets of tools.
Oh, there you go.
But he also had in there woodworking ones to go in a milling machine.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that if you want to run a long groove or a curved groove in something.
Yeah,
and you got the XYZ axis. You can do that. You just got to be either have it computerized. If it's a CNC, okay. By hand, good luck with that.
This was old school by hand stuff.
Yeah.
So those are the and you don't need all of these. If I would say, all right, for me, what do I actually have out here? I got a table saw, I got routers, I got the compound miter saw. I got that out there. So I got I don't have panel saw. The scroll saw and bandsaw are still there in California because my wife still goes out and does little dinky things on them. I got some hand planers here. Of course, I got the files, and the chisel and I got the little sculpting chisels, and I got big chisels. But there are some more things I want to get for here. I want to get a nice 30-inch wide planer that I can just.
That's a big planer.
Yep.
You're gonna get a Grizzly or a Jet. Those things are not cheap.
No, I'm looking at $5,000 for it, and then another $5,000 for all the extra blades.
Yeah. Oh, then if you're gonna spend that much money, you might as well go with the little cutters, the head that takes like 100 of the little the square cutters on it.
Yeah,
that way
exactly.
Each one flips 4 times, and you just buy new ones. But by the time that happens, you'll be 115 years old. So
yeah, unless you're like me, you're doing trees and stuff, and there happens to be a little nail in there that got missed so far. I was like, "Geez!" And it's like,
yeah, you might want to invest in a small pocket metal detector before you run anything through. I did that on my my Delta 6.5-inch joiner, and now everything I run through there gets a little tiny groove. Fortunately, the groove sticks out so I can sand it down. Yeah. And I had just gotten the blade sharpened, put it in there, and I was redoing a rocking chair. And I had all the screws and everything out, and I checked everything, and I'm running it through, and I just heard this little sound, but it didn't occur to me until I flipped it over, and I saw that little shiny bit. It was a brad. Little shiny bit, and then it left a little tiny 32nd-inch high groove all the way the rest of the way. I'm like, damn it. I mean, fortunately it was near the edge, so I just moved the fence out a little bit to bypass it, but I'm not doing anything bigger than about 3.5 inches now without it.
Yeah. But so there's all sorts of power tools and stuff, and the hand tools. It all depends on what you're doing. Let me go back again. Are you making cabinets, chairs? If you're making chairs or rocking chairs, you'll probably be using a scroll saw or a jigsaw or a bandsaw
and a spindle sander to do the curve.
Yeah, and bowls, you're going to need a lathe. You want a good bowls, you're going to do a lathe. Yeah, you can do it without a lathe, but it's harder. So if you're doing carvings and stuff, you're going to use totally other different types of tools. You're going to have some tools that are going to be the same. You're going to have some things you're going to use for multiple things. The last one is buildings, and so let's go down here first. Okay, so 1, 2. There's your
You saw, yeah, it's not a wood miser. That's, I don't know who makes that one.
Yeah, that's a True Cut by Fox Forestry.
Okay, there's a lot of them out there.
But there is some new ones that are not new old style. They don't have bands on them. They got the big circular blades, and
that's some money right there. Yeah,
I didn't get the reel I want to show you guys here. I got some reels I want to show you, but I didn't get the ones of the sawmills. The one has it where it goes down, it cuts, it comes back, it flips, turns sideways, and makes a couple cuts that way, flips back up, moves over, and all of a sudden now you got 4x4s or 4 2x4s or whatever. It makes multiple cuts and like this, and everything's set on it, and you get a bunch out of it and stuff. And there's another one. Can't remember her name now. Margaret Miller, I think it is. She has one that has 3 blades on it, and it just makes one pass. It sets for your from the top down. You're gonna make a cut, and then down farther you're gonna make a cut, and then behind it has the one that cuts it off and drops everything off to the side.
Even the one you got on screen there, that's about $22,000 worth of equipment right there.
Yeah,
that one. Now, if you want a portable like a wood miser, you can get the bottom of the line LT10 with the manual, no automatic anything's on it, and the little oil or the water injection to keep the blade clean. You can get those for right around 8 or 9. The trailer kit's another whatever. So you can literally tow it behind your car. I wouldn't want to take it camping with me, and they're long. Then you got to get them level and all that. They're cool stuff. I always wanted one. I almost bought one when I bought the property, and I'm like, I talked myself into it and I talked myself out of it because I got no place to store it out there.
Yeah.
First bit of build business would have been to cut a ton of wood down and build a shed just to hold the wood miser in. And I'm like, no, I need a tractor and a container before I need a wood miser.
Where is it? I contacted what did I do with the did I put it over here? Hang on, I'm looking here for something here. Where did I? Because I contacted a different one other than wood miser.
There's a few of them out there.
Hudson, HUD-SON, and they have some really nice ones and stuff, and because around here I can get cottonwood trees 4-foot diameter, 5-foot diameter, pieces. And the Hudson makes a 72-inch one, but these
not cheap.
not cheap, no. But this other one makes the one with the blades on it are a lot cheaper and easier to sharpen. And unlike a bandsaw blade, they don't go, this is a chink, it's a bit heavier dude, like the old, like a professional, old-fashioned water-run sawmill. But I got something here to show you here. Let me get this up here. Come on. There we go. Maybe I can get it. There, I got it. Control-C. Bring us up a page here to show you guys. Over here. Get it on there.
I think Uncle Richard was my voice of reason in not buying a wood miser, because there's a wood miser store about 70 miles from here. I drive by it occasionally with work, and I stopped in there a bunch of times, and I'm like just drooling on stuff going, oh, I so want one. I want one. And I think Uncle Richard talked me sort of out of it, but just kind of said, well, where are you going to put it? What are you going to do with it? How often? He asked me questions. I'm like, yeah, I need a tractor first.
All right, so I got to put up something here first. This is an 8-second little clip here. You'll see. Yeah, so this is just I'm reviewing this channel. I am also recommending everybody go to this channel and check it out. Really cool channel. Did you hear me talking the entire time?
Yep.
No?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
I did.
There we go.
Good. Yeah.
Because, all right, there we go. Watch this. This is a chainsaw mortise and tender machine. Mortise and tender machine. All right. This guy is this is Jeff Kelly, Kelley on Facebook. This guy has mad skills.
Yeah, that's for making wood frame buildings.
Yeah, that's why buildings was on there last. Okay, hang on a second here now. Take that down. Get the next one here.
Just do it like the Amish do.
Well, yeah. Put that back up. Put that one there. Control V. And now, look at the stuff he does. I mean, it's just like, that is some amazing stuff he does with it. And this is incredible. This is incredible. Wait till you see, look at that. That is all, there's not a nail in it. That is some craftsman. Oh, that was one of the tools that's missing. A dowel maker. Yeah. If you want to do stuff with dowels and stuff, you might as well have your own dowel maker. You'll save a ton of money.
Well, depends on how many dowels you're going to need in your life.
Yeah, but if you're doing a lot of dowel work and stuff, you, instead of getting the cheap pine ones, you can make good oak or mahogany dowels and stuff. But yeah, that's incredible. And let me pause that and bring up let me get the final one here. I got three to show you. So this is the final one now. This is just, what you can do if you want, if you have the wherewithal to learn to do it. So here's the continue on. This one I should run second to go with the other. So he ran the chainsaw down in there first, and now he's smoothing it up, and he's doing the chainsaw doesn't go for the full width, because you got to do some work to make it absolutely perfect. And there's the combination square to do that. But yeah. So, but yeah, it's he ends up with the hand tool stuff. So yeah. We want, my wife and I want to get right. She's made using the bandsaw, the scroll saw, the jigsaw, several things. She made a complete nativity scene to making 3/4 inch flat panels for the sheep, the camel, the wise men. Then she actually made a 3D instead of a flat one, a 3D manger, then a flat Joseph and Mary, the wise men, and a manger, flat on it. But yeah, and then she made, for Halloween, she's made several things. She's made a spooky tree that, flat spooky trees, and with a cutout of eyes, spooky eyes and mouth. And then we painted it all black. And then she painted glow in the dark green paint around for the mouth, and put flicker candles, the little old fashioned night light flicker candles, in for the eyes and stuff, and painted a little yellow on the surface, not the flat surface of it, but the carved out surface of the for the holes around it. And then we put a black light down in front of it.
Cool.
You can do cool. Yeah, it's it looks cool as all get out. And so, do I even have that over here? I don't think I have.
My dad used to make the those flat wood sculpture things you put in your front yard of like deer. He did a lot of moose for the neighbors, and gave them away at the church. And he had a pattern for it, and he just whipped them out and painted them up real good so they'd stay good for 5-8 years before they need to be repainted before they rot out. And my mom loved them. She'd set up the moose, and it was 8 moose, but they looked like reindeer because actually there was 9 moose because the front one had a red nose, but it was a moose.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm looking for a particular picture here for you. I'll show some of these here of woodworking things we did. We made crypts and different ones, coffins up there coming out of the ground on the woodworking tools. There's the coffin and stuff. There's a light inside of that. Go back one. We made a pirate's chest with a curved top on it. There's the tree. That's the back of the spooky tree. Black tree there. Let's see if we got the front on it. Oh. And when I get down, there's the pirate coffin, pirate's chest in its place. All right, you can barely see. Let me see if I can do this here. All right, there is the spooky tree. You can't tell here; it's green around the eyes, but on the non-front side, the inside cut, there. And then the flicker lights would be in there, and when the black light comes on, you got the green over the yellow. Yeah, but that's some of the stuff she made. Yeah. So I mean, our woodworking is isn't going to be much of a business at first. If we do get good and we start figure out how to make the burrito track even so it's almost professionally made. Yeah, we may start selling it, making it and selling it. So there's some other things we may or may not do.
There's one tool you forgot. You forgot one big one, and we all know about it.
The brain?
No. The Alaskan chainsaw mill.
Yeah, there is that chainsaw mill too. I've looked at those.
There's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah, but you got to have
powerful chainsaw.
Powerful. I got a powerful chainsaw, but I haven't ran it in 25 years.
Yeah.
It's a big McCullough chainsaw.
Yeah.
So I got to find someone who works on McCulloughs around here and take it to him and get it up and running. Then I just need to get the long bar for it. Yeah. But this was a big heavy duty one. I got it when my dad and my brother were taking down trees, and as part of his landscaping company, and they were using smaller ones. And I go, crap! I went out and bought it. Said, all right, guys, next time you take down a tree, use this one. They used it twice. Oh, they were in love with that. They were in love with that thing. And then
you just need to get you need to get a rip chain for it instead of a regular crosscut chain.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me go back to comments because what I missed here.
Yeah, K1 doesn't have much space for bigger power tools.
Yeah, I know. Oh shoot. Yeah, there are some cool. You can do small things. You can do a little bit bigger things. You can do a little even bigger things. It's not here. Damn it! It's out in in one of the cargo containers. Yeah. I was going to go out there, but I had Eli coming over. He'd come over, go home. Just as I start to head out, he'd come back over again. I was going to go out to the cargo container and get the chessboard I made in 8th grade, mahogany and white pine.
Nice.
Not fir, not Doug fir, white pine.
Yeah, clear white. Yeah.
Yeah, and which I got to get it out because my grandsons are playing chess across the street with their dad, and I want to set it up in here and put the chess pieces on it for so they can play over here. But yeah, there's let's see, yeah, here. Mech Max is another portable
sawmill. Yeah,
sawmill.
So there's a lot. There's probably like 20,
yeah.
And even Harbor Freight makes one. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Let me bring this up. There's the big one of the big Hudson ones, or that's the Oscar one.
Yeah, how much is that one?
The Oscar is made by Hudson. That's $9,000. That does everything but tie your shoes for you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 26-inch ones, 30, 36-inch, and there's a bunch of different ones there. I wish I could remember what the one was off of. And just a second, let me do something here real quick here. See if I find it here. Tab, move it over here. I still haven't figured out how to properly search. Let's see. Let me see this. Let me try something here. No, it only searches channel names, not
the title of the episode.
Not the title of the reel or whatever else.
Right.
Because I was looking. Oh, there's an interesting one. Unfortunately, Scott didn't come across this, but I've seen that joint used by Barnwood Builders, and basically you put it together and it locks everything together on it. So yeah, there's a lot of different things on it. But let me go back here, see if I can find the. No, that's something I would show you offline. Oh yeah, that's a new one from SHOT Show. Oh, here we go. Here's one for you. Here's one for you though.
Oh yeah, that's an old water power sawmill. Yep.
Yes, water power. Yep.
They're not fast, but they'll go. 6
blades, so it goes. It does. For that it does pretty, and it's cutting your sizes for your slabs and stuff.
Yeah, that one's powered by Niagara Falls with a water wheel.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one of Jeff Kelly's. Put it back to the beginning here. Using the I forget the name of that saw.
Yeah, it's a Japanese. I forget the name. It's a Japanese saw.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, those saws are. If you get a good Japanese saw, they're amazing. But you see, he's using both. First, he uses the circular saw. Then he goes in with the Japanese saw, and he takes the pieces out, and boom, he's making joints and stuff. So once again, that's Jeff Kelly, Kelley. Check out his channel. I'm not sure if he's on here on YouTube. I've just seen him on Facebook. I bet he's on YouTube too, because he's got so many videos. He's got to be on YouTube as well. But well, hang on. I'm going to show this because this the workbench. That's the one thing as tools wasn't mentioned anywhere, was having a good wood workbench. So let me back him out of the way. So look at this workbench over the dowel holes in it for blocking stuff and everything else. And he's got other workbenches in the back. Oh, he's got all sorts of wood tools. Showing how he makes stuff and everything else. But yeah.
Here's
wooden mallets.
There's Jeff Kelly's link on YouTube.
Cool. Excellent. Thank you. So check him out. Subscribe. Get notifications.
Or just go watch the stuff. But yeah, it's cool stuff.
But that way, you know there's going to be new cool stuff coming out. All right. But I was trying to find, usually when I'm watching these guys, I get the steam train. That's that. There it is. Here we go.
You know, the more videos you pull up, the more you freeze up on the screen.
Yeah. See the way it changes sides? Cuts down a little bit, takes off, so it's trimming the edges. And and they can come all the way across.
That's a large piece of dangerous equipment.
Yeah. But it's this is the one that does this is top saw or something like that. It's if you so anyways, let me go ahead and crash that. We're over time here. Yeah, so there, depending on what you want to do, you can do a lot of amazing things for woodworking. There is one other thing here I want to bring up here, just for everybody who, if you're interested at all, WRIGH. Here we go. My wife and I used to watch him all the time. From before we were married, we used to watch the Woodwright Shop.
Oh yeah, so did I.
Roy Underhill, and it's on PBS. You can still probably find a lot. There are 37 seasons of training there. I mean, he goes from the young guy to the old guy.
Yeah.
And he has, he builds machines too. He's built some of the machines he used, like the treadle lathe that he has. He built one on it. Diana used to watch him a long time ago too. Yes. So yeah. Let's see. Where can I watch it? Free on the PBS app. Available on iPhone, Apple TV, Android TV, Android smartphone, Apple Fire TV, Apple Fire Prime. Yeah, Roku. Oh, it's on Roku now. Okay.
And he's not on YouTube. Oh, well.
Not on YouTube. No. Well, PBS may have him on YouTube because PBS has a couple YouTube channels. So you may have to go through PBS to find it. But yeah.
No, just go to YouTube and just search the Woodwright or whatever.
Or Roy Underhill.
Yeah, you'll find it. It's out there.
And the Woodwright is spelled WOODWRIGHT. One word. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. Let's tell you what's coming up here real quick here. There it is. Get that up here. All right, so tomorrow on Gray Man Prepping, Mark and I will both be on Shadow's live stream starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll be streaming it to Gray Man Prepping as well. And that should be Shadow, we were kind of talking about it. It should be something along the lines of teaching youth skills. All right. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern on Gray Man Prepping is after a year and a half winter, what are your plans?
Start shoveling.
Monday, back here on Camppatton Family Compound, what you should not can. We're going to talk about a few of those things. That's just going to be the starting topic.
Usually lasts about 15 minutes, then we get into everything else.
then we'll talk about. Then we'll still jump back to it. Talk about other things. Don't add sage. Don't can sage.
Yeah.
Tuesday on Gray Man Prepping is what's in your get home bag. Thursday is the midnight ride, and next Friday here is power for your buildings. We're going to talk about like your barn, your chicken shed, your outbuildings. Power for your buildings is what we're going to be talking about next Friday. All right, everyone. Hey, the seed catalogs are out there. If you're not getting them, see about getting some. Check around. Start planting your garden. I know, a lot of you getting nailed by snow, but if you're snowed in, hey, you might as well get your seed catalog. Start drawing out your garden. Keep from getting cabin fever, and get ready to start working on it as soon as the soil gets up there. Once the soil's unfrozen, you can work it. You just can't plant in it until it's 50 degrees for the soil. But you can start indoor gardening. All right, everyone. Take care, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good night.